Peter Hurley is known as the world's premier portrait photographer because of his ability to quickly build and maintain trust. His unconventional journey from sailing the 7 seas for the Olympics to modeling for brands like Polo Sport and Abercrombie & Fitch has shaped him into an iconic creative known for telling compelling stories and forging powerful connections through his photography.
So I make up words. I kind of came up with this thing called trustability, and I realized that when I photograph people, how important trust is. Trust became my number one thing. So we're going to talk about the art of creating trust. I actually defined it. I said trustability is the ability to generate trust by establishing credibility in relationships, or one's capacity to earn the trust of others. So in this, I want to talk about, I've got some boosters for trustability. I have 5 that I really love. Number 1 to me is self-trust. I call it knowing what you bring to the table. Like you've got to have this layer of self-trust at the base of anything that you do. And I want you to think about whatever skill you've done in your life. There's a skill that you guys have that's like the best thing that you've ever done. Like there is a skill set within you. I don't care if you played the kazoo when you were in 6th grade and it was amazing or whatever, whatever you know for you, your best skill is, because that skill is your base layer of trust in yourself. Years ago, I was shooting this little girl. She was 12. And in the middle of the session, she just looks at me and she goes, I'm going to be a superstar. I'm like, I looked at her. I was like, what? And I looked at her mom, and I was like, this one said, she said it just like that. Her mom goes, well, she's pretty good. I was like, okay, cool. I remembered that girl. And I didn't know her. I meet people the day they come in and shoot. And do you recognize this one? Ariana Grande. For those that don't know, one of the world's biggest pop stars. Did anybody see Wicked? I mean, she had this base of self-trust at 12. This is amazing to me that this and that I remembered, which was really cool. So you cannot cultivate trust with others if you don't cultivate it with yourself first. Now, this is the interesting thing. I started working with, I don't know if anybody knows John Maxwell, but I started doing some work with John Maxwell, and he said trust is a two-way street. And I didn't know this. So the people that you're interacting with should be, if it's normal human behavior, they should be trying to build trust with you as you're trying to build trust with them. And I was never aware of that. I just thought I had to do it all on my own. I've met some of you. I always ask, where are you guys from? What are you doing? What's going on? If you find a common thread with people, it just breaks the ice and it allows you to start to open a conversation. So I'm always searching for a common thread. And it wasn't until recently that I became aware that other people were too. So I got hired for this billionaire CEO guy that I had to photograph. And he walks in and immediately he goes, hey, how you doing? Where are you from? And I'm like, I'm from New York. And he goes, no, born in New York? What do you mean New York? And I was like, well, no, where are you from? I was like, I'm from Jersey. This guy is doing the common thread thing with me ahead of me doing it with him. I was like, this is amazing. So now he's two-way streeting me right off the bat with my common thread technique. And the EA is sitting there shaking her head like these guys. Because he goes, oh, I live in Watchung. And I was like, Watchung? Are you kidding me? 725 Johnson Drive. My dad, when my parents got divorced, my dad moved to Watchung. Anyway, 8 minutes later, the shoot's done. That kind of stuff is so precious. It was amazing because immediately I had my guard down. We were just rolling. I did my job. He was off doing his thing. So guys, this is it. Know what you bring to the table. Trust is a two-way street. You're going to find common threads. You're going to be a palm tree. And you're going to find a way to champion others because that's going to change their lives. If you work on these, you're going to be walking in some new trustability shoes. You're not going to have the same shoes on that you have today. And you're going to look back at this in 5 years or 10 years, and you're going to be like, wow. And I want you guys all walking in new shoes very soon. Thank you. This is the exciting part. Are you guys up for potentially seeing me photograph some human beings? All right, is anybody feeling particularly attractive today? Hold on. Stay like that. Give me your squinch, your little squinch in the eye. Whoops. Oh, that's perfect. Oh my gosh, you gonna make it that easy on me? Hold on. She is gonna make it that easy on me. Wow. All right. Well, you're in front of a bunch of people getting your picture taken. You see, look here. You look gorgeous. Your eye, what is that? What are you, green? Hazel? Bluish gray. They're beautiful. Chin out and down. Come forward a tiny step. Tilt your head slightly this way. Keep that squint. No. Go no. Yeah, like that. Chin down a little bit. There you go. Hold that. Don't move. Squinch the eyes a little bit. How's this, guys? Wow. Hold that smile. Jam the forehead out. There you go. Gorgeous. That's it. Look at her smile. How do you beat that, right? That's amazing.